Alright, how's it going everybody? This is Mr. Mac here. I'm just going to leave my sub-plans in the form of a screencast so that there's no questions and that people can refer to it if they need help. So, we're going to kind of continue where we left off yesterday with this evolution lab and kind of work with these evolutionary trees a bit. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to go to Google Classroom, click on the most recent link, and it should take you to this page right here. This is the Nova Labs Evolution Lab webpage, and you're going to just go and play the game. When you click this, it'll give you the option to log in. You're going to want to log in with Google. That is going to allow you to track and save your progress if you actually want to move ahead, and the computer needs to remember you that way. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It'll bring you to a screen that pretty much looks like this. I've completed all of the different modules, but you will probably be on mission 1 or 2, kind of where my cursor is. When you click on a mission, this screen right here is going to kind of come up. There's going to be a video in the top left corner and a couple of different modules. You can watch the video to kind of help you get the idea of what these modules are about. But we'll just go ahead and I'll replay one of the games that I've done previously. Now this one right here, we're trying to see like how are these different plants down here related to each other. So we have banana, lemon, onion, radish, and seaweed, and we have a bunch of characteristics as well. We have releases spores into water, produces flowers, photosynthetic autotroph, which is kind of a mouthful, but if you're not sure what that means, I'll show you how to get some more information about that in a second. Petals in multiples of 4 or 5, and petals in multiples of 3. So, you're going to start, well, you can, even before you place the icons in the middle of the page, you can start by kind of using this magnifying glass tool. This magnifying glass tool is going to be your best friend. It's really helpful. And if you click on an item, it'll bring up a profile kind of like this. Now, earlier we saw that word photosynthetic autotroph. If you look here, this kind of blue bounded area, this is like where you're going to find the majority of your information. So these are the characteristics here that are actually listed right on the left side of this screen. So when you click on this, you'll be able to find some information out about it. And you can kind of go and see which of them have things in common with each other, because the ones that have things in common with each other are going to be closely related. So when I look at this banana, it says produces flowers with petals in multiples of 3. That doesn't say it here for the lemon, but it does say it here for the onion. So I know, since it says produces flowers with petals in multiples of 3, that the onion and the banana are going to be closely related. The lemon has 4 or 5 here. So does the radish. So I know that those two are going to be closely related. So if I take my seaweed, what did I say? Banana and onion are closely related. Alright, so now I can see every time it branches, that's where there's a divergence and where we have a new characteristic that's kind of defining what makes the certain icons related to each other. Okay, so I know all these, since they're plants, they're going to be autotrophs. That means that they make their own food. Whoa, it's really loud. I know that all of these things on the right side are going to produce flowers, because you can't get a fruit without flowers, and one of the characteristics said flowers with petals of multiples of 3 or flowers with petals of multiples of 4 or 5. Right? This one said releases spores into the water. Obviously it's seaweed, so that's how that would happen. And then I finally just moved my other characteristics. Once you finish it successfully, you'll notice that all of these circles above the icons will fill up with colors. If you have a characteristic that's incorrect, one of those or multiple of those circles will not fill up. When you are successful with doing this, you're going to get a quiz question at the end. This question says, is a banana more closely related to a lemon or an onion? We can see that a banana is more closely related to an onion because it's really close to it on the branch, but also because they both have this characteristic petals in multiples of 3. So I'm going to select onion, click submit. It'll tell me if I'm right or wrong, and then I will complete a mission, and it can bring me on to the next one. Again, anytime you're not sure why you're doing a particular module, there's a video in the top right here that will kind of explain the story behind the modules that you're doing. Alright, try your best today. I have a bunch of the different missions up on the rolling cart, so if you think these are really easy, try to challenge yourself with one of the later missions. I promise they do get more challenging.